Good morning, everyone. We are the Oasis Palisades Retreat Collective, and we are going to go live on Facebook now. And so we are so excited that you've joined us here on this Wednesday for our Wellness Wednesday Wake Up. So we are the Oasis Palisades Retreat Collective, and we host retreats at the Oasis Palisades Wellness Center in Pacific Palisades, California. We also host retreats at nearby locations such as the Aldersgate Retreat Center, and also you'll meet soon Dr. Tiari White's Love Center Retreat Center in Ojai, California. So until we can be with you in person to support your health and wellness, we decided to get together to offer this Wednesday wellness wake up session for you each week so that we can share our virtual services that we're offering during this COVID-19 shelter at home, but also our tips and tools that we are using every day in our own life, in our own home, to promote our own health and wellness too. So we want to give you a wonderful toolbox that you can use at home so that you can really boost your immunity and support your wellness, and also be connected to a community experience that's supportive and positive too. So we have come together today to share some of our tips and tools. So I thought I would start by saying what I am doing and some of the things that are in my home that I am using on a daily basis. So I'm going to show you some props. So here we go. I have my little humidifier machine. I like this little one because it runs on USB. I can take it anywhere. I can even have it in my car. I'm bringing up the moisture factor because we're here in California and our atmosphere here is dry. And this is a respiratory illness that we're dealing with right now with COVID-19. So one of the biggest things we can do to help ourselves with general respiratory health, to give us our best defense against any kind of bug, is to make sure we're not dehydrated. So our body has these natural mucous membranes in our whole respiratory system that can trap and take pathogens out so that they don't lead to some kind of infection. But if we're too dehydrated, in dry California, we water plants a lot here, so it looks really lush, but honestly, we are in a desert and it is a drier atmosphere. And so it's easier for us to get dehydrated here. And so this humidifier idea is a nice assist for that. So I have a question for you. This whole question is something we can remind ourselves to ask is, what am I doing to support my wellness? What are the little things that I can do? So this is a little thing. I can use this humidifier. I can also make sure that I drink half of my body weight in ounces, for example, too, so that I stay hydrated. So when I wake up in the morning, I have 2 glasses of lemon water right when I first wake up before I do anything else, because we slept all night. We didn't have any fluids. We're all dehydrated. And also I want the lemon to be a very light cleanse for my liver and make my blood and body fluids alkaline, because I will also resist infections if I don't have an acidic pH. If I stay more alkaline with a higher pH number by having things like lemon water and having enough plants in my diet, then I'm not as susceptible to infections, to inflammation, to things like chronic pain. So I'm doing these little things within my lifestyle as a shield, as a wellness shield, so that I can promote my best health and wellness, my peak performance, and my quality of life. So we had the humidifier, we had the water, and then I'm gonna lean up close because another thing I do every day, I don't know if you can see these, I have these little tiny crystals, these ear seed crystals. So these are like little Swarovski crystals, and then on the back, they have a little acupressure bead. And so I don't have to use acupuncture needles to send a message to my nervous system to deal with my anxiety. So this is a little card. These are the little points for anxiety I put on my ears. So I can give myself acupuncture because I'm an acupuncturist, but anyone can use the ear seeds and put these on to reduce our anxiety, to calm our nervous system. because I want to stay calm regardless of whatever changes are going on in these challenges, what have you, because if I'm calm, my immune system will function and my body will be in parasympathetic rest, digest, and repair response. So I'll not only have strong immunity, but I'll have good overall general health and healthy aging. So I need to be relaxed and happy as much as possible. That's why I like to hang out with these guys. Have a positive community that makes you smile, that makes you laugh, that makes you feel supportive. That's fun. Like you'll learn in a few moments too, you'll learn how Stephanie is a wonderful dance instructor. She has belly dancing classes, Zumba classes. She does online virtual classes. And I've attended her classes, so much fun, so amazing. And she starts her day with a dance class with a wonderful community every day for 2 years. And that's what we can do regardless of being in our home like this. We can connect with each other and we can be a community that's supportive and uplifting and positive, and make sure that we show up and take that time for the exercise, for the dance class. So I do always make sure that I do something. Some kind of exercise is important. So besides the diet, some kind of exercise is super important too. And so I do yoga, or I do one of those dance classes. I always will do something to help myself set the tone for the day, whether it's acupuncture, acupressure, ear seeds, the dance class. All of those things can help me put myself in my best state. So I have the most energy for the day. I have a positive attitude. And again, I'm building my immunity. I'm building my wellness and overall health. So we're going to each share some of our tips and tools. This is what I do in my virtual consults. I help my patients figure out what are the lifestyle tools they can use each day. How can they self-treat themselves? How can they really be and constantly be their own medicine? Notice what's going on with them and then treat themselves with their lifestyle, whether it's dietary recommendations or herbal medicine. And we have great herbal medicines that boost immunity, like astragalus. It actually improves B and T cells of immunity. It's been proven in research studies to do that. And so I have astragalus every day, for example. So there are some really simple things that you can do. Like vitamins, we've talked about vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, etc. Dr. Tiari Wright, I'm going to introduce to you next, is also a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and she's also doing virtual consults to develop lifestyle-based preventative medicine treatment plans, how you can turn your kitchen and your house into your own pharmacy, how food is medicine, how you can build up and at very accessible, reasonably priced, right, herbal pharmacy with things like astragalus. And so I'm going to pass the torch to Tiari now, and she's going to share some of the things that she has as her gems of health and wellness that she shares with her community too. So Tiari's going to unmute.
Thanks,
and
Renee. Hey everyone. So I'm really happy to be here with you today. I think that you know, there's so much information out there right now. It's pretty confusing. People really have a lot of questions about where to start in order to address this whole, you know, viral pandemic situation that we're in. You know, an interesting perspective that we have, especially coming from Chinese medicine, is that what we're experiencing right now may feel completely unique to us because we've never really experienced a viral pandemic being covered in the media the way it is right now. And maybe we've never experienced a virus like this. Actually, we're still trying to figure out how this virus works, what it actually does in the body. There's so much that we don't know. And I think those unknowns are really creating a lot of fear. And if there's one thing the immune system doesn't like, it's fear. This is something that's super documented in the medical record. The immune system really does not like fear. And the reason why there is an emotional connection between what goes on with your immune system and what your emotions are is because your emotions are actually They're both a signal to create different biological cascades within your body, and they also respond to those. So our emotions are like at the center of this amazing feedback system, and our immune system is the measure of that response. So you could really look at it that way. It's actually super important. Your mindset when you're ill with anything is a really big part of helping to guide and direct your body toward a healing and, a quick outcome for a healing effect. If you're working at odds with your body's always going to be trying to heal you. We have a system called homeostasis that's in place. That's really something that's in place in the planet. And, we're a microcosm of what's going on in the planet. So we go for homeostasis, all living things do. And what's great is if you can use your mind and your mindset and your emotions to help your body out instead of working at cross purposes with it. And I know Terry is going to be leading us in a very powerful meditation toward the end of this particular retreat session. And that's going to be really helping us a lot in that direction. I want to say that just to address this whole question of fear, in times like this, it's always great. And I'm here as somebody who's had a lot of medical training, right? There's a lot of book learning that Renee and I have both done in our Doctor of Oriental Medicine training. But at the end of the day, a lot of your innate intelligence about what's going on in your body is really what you need to be focusing on first. I mean, we have libraries, we have institutes of immunology. We've got the whole planet right now trying to figure this out. And look what a hard time we're having coming up with the solution. So it may not be your best bet right now to focus so completely on what's going on in the media, but bring your attention into yourself and pay attention to what's going on with you. Not in a way that's super neurotic. This is a challenge for us to find the middle ground there, especially for people who may have pre-existing conditions like OCD. But in as sane a way as possible, be mindful of what's happening to your own body, and then just take immediate, small, sensible steps toward addressing those symptoms that you see coming up for yourself. That is the best message I can give you in terms of what you can do at home. You have most of us, let's not assume, but most of us, if you're watching this, you have the whole of the internet available to you, and there's a ton of information, maybe too much, but just stick with tried and true things that we know have worked for quite some time. This is one of the reasons I love Chinese medicine. We've got so many herbs that have been basically clinically tested over thousands of years that we know are effective in helping with a lot of the symptoms that you might be dealing with. So let me direct you to a couple of things. I'm going to see if I can share my screen here. Let's see. Okay, hold on just a sec.
While Tiari is working on sharing her screen, I just wanted to share with everyone from the breadth and depth of our clinical training in traditional Chinese medicine. We do have 4,000 years of written word of meticulously recorded anecdotal case studies of these herbal medicines being used for all kinds of health conditions. And particularly over the last 2,000 years in China, there's been over 300 epidemics that have all been treated with traditional Chinese herbal medicine. And all of their hospitals are actually integrative hospitals, and they have a traditional Chinese medicine wing where their TCM doctors like Tiari and I prescribe herbal medicine for their patients. And that's what happened in the treatment of the COVID-19 outbreak in China. And so this is part of what Tiari is going to share with you too, is our training for that. So now she has her screen up and she's all ready.
Are you guys seeing this? Okay, awesome. So just really quickly, I'm going to go through some of the natural immunity resources that are from the East and the West that you have at your fingertips. Everybody can Google the things that I'm about to cover here. So go ahead and get a pencil and paper out if you're really interested in what what's going on in China right now and how they've been helping people out. So just so we know, China has had so many large-scale epidemics that have gone on. This is, one of the cradles of civilization, and we're so lucky that they also have this incredible medical tradition where they've been taking notes all these thousands of years about what's been working for all kinds of different presentations. Okay, there is a presentation that's available online from a gentleman called Dr. John Chen. If you Google Dr. John Chen coronavirus, you will find the webinar link for his presentation. That presentation, once you find it, has a plethora of information, links, resources to herbs, formulas with tons of specifics that I can't cover here, which is why I'm giving this to you for those people who are intrepid researchers like myself. I know I would appreciate having this information. So Google that, Dr. John Chen coronavirus. There's also a YouTube video that has the full presentation, and that's the title right there, Coronavirus and TCM by John Chen. All right, and then additionally, if you want even more information, you can go to a website called elotus.org, and eLotus is it's a continuing education website for people who are interested in Oriental medicine. You don't have to be a practitioner to get this information. I believe it's available to anybody that goes to the website, TCM Resources for Coping with COVID-19. All right, so just want to let you guys know that more than 85% of all the patients with coronavirus have received herbal treatment alongside their Western medical treatments. This was as of February 2020, and this is what's happening in China. So they've been getting good outcomes from this. This has really been going on all over Asia. They're supporting people with herbs, and it's also happening here in the US within the TCM community and people who are consulting with TCM practitioners. What I find fascinating is that in addition to our Eastern herbal tradition, we have a very rich Western herbal tradition. We have a huge amount of information online about Western herbs that can be used and have historically been used to boost immunity. So let's not ignore that as well. I'm going to present a bunch of information from the Chinese Pharmacopoeia. Many of these herbs are available under other names in the Western Pharmacopoeia and in health food stores. Okay, so this is a formula that's being used in China in the prevention phase. This is when you just want to boost your immune system and keep yourself in good shape. We have astragalus, otherwise known as huangqi, baiju, atractylotis, fangfeng, Mianma guanzhong, jinhuaya, which is honeysuckle, Japanese honeysuckle, another herb that's widely available in health food stores, chenpi, which is citrus peel, and peilan, another leafy herb. So take a look at that. And one thing that I want to bring up for herbs like huangqi, a lot of these herbs that are like golden seal, herbs like this that are yellow and bitter, they have a compound called berberine in them. And the berberine is the antiviral component. So I just want to let you know that a lot of herbs, once you start Googling these herbs, you will see what their active ingredients are, and you're going to be able to find a lot of other sources for those ingredients when you begin doing your research. It's a vast amount of information that we can't really cover in a webinar, but I want to give you some breadcrumbs so that you can go ahead and take a look at it. And then I'm going to go show you my own personal pharmacy. It's a bit of a mess because I just moved into this house, but I'll show you some specific things that I'm using. But I really just want to give you the straight up information right out of China right now. Okay, for prevention of SARS, this is a formula that they used when they were dealing with SARS, which has a lot in common with what we're dealing with now because it's a variant of the coronavirus that was responsible for SARS. Yuping Feng San, Sangju Yin is an herb, Da Qing Ye, another herb, Isotitis, widely available in health food stores, and Huang Qin. Huang Qin is another herb that has that bitter berberine in it. That's excellent. Okay, a little bit more about Huang Qi. This is an herb you really want to look at when you're not sick yet to help build up that immune system. Again, it really promotes T cell and B cell production. It's going to help set you up so that when the virus comes in, you have the resources to be able to nuke it so it doesn't replicate too much in your body. Jinian Hua is the Japanese honeysuckle I talked about before. This herb is super effective against, and in medical trials, it's highly documented, pneumonia, staph infections, Pseudomonas, tuberculosis. This herb is not kidding around. It's very, very effective. If you can find it, you should definitely get it.
I wanted to jump in really quickly about this herb too, because I was able to find it. It's sold dry in bags as a tea. So anyone can buy it on Amazon, on eBay. You can buy an organic bag of this herb and you can boil it and make a tea from it. And so that is pretty easily accessible to anyone to buy it. I just wanted to check in with you because we have a limited amount of time today. Can you show us your home pharmacy? That would be so cool for us to see what you've done for yourself.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Can you stop sharing your screen?
Sure, let me do that. Stop share, and we'll go back to my little home pharmacy. Let's see if you can see it. Let me get in here really close. So I have pretty much everything that you could want to deal with a viral infection at home because I have an older mother and a young daughter. I also have an older dog who's 19, going on 20 years old, who's basically only done herbal medicine, and she's made it a long time. So I help her out too with things like, colloidal silver for pets. She gets a viral something going on. So anyhow, I'm just going to quickly take you through a few of my high yield items here. Oil of oregano, that's an absolute must. So easily available, widely available. It's an incredible antiviral and antibacterial. It doesn't taste great, so it's good to get, a pill if you can. Okay, this is Icelandic Cod Liver Oil, very high in vitamin A, and it's a good one. If you want to look for something that is going to be sure that you're using wild cod, because you don't want to get all of the, it's a predator fish, it's up there on the food chain. You don't want all of the heavy metals and other pollutants that the larger fish get. So it's worth it to spend a little bit more on something really excellent. I put that on some grapefruit in the morning. I do it with this Lipospheric Vitamin C, which is very hard to dissolve in water. I don't especially like the way it tastes, but I do believe that it's worth it to mix a vitamin C like this, that's lipospheric, along with just a regular old, ester C type vitamin C. You just want to make sure that vitamin C is getting in there. Honestly, right now, I'd say take as much as you can tolerate. For me, that's about 4 grams a day. I notice a difference if I'm not doing that. and I've got a lot of stress going on in my life. So I need that vitamin C, and I need a lot of this stuff. Black elderberry syrup. There's been some controversy about elderberry. Elderberry is one of our oldest, most well-known. It's big in the North American herbal pharmacopoeia. It's a wonderful herb. It's getting a bad rap. There is some information about it being not so good with COVID. I believe that there may be some confusion there. What it's doing is it's activating the immune system. Some people who have autoimmune conditions, if they are getting exposed to a virus, they can have an overreaction. This, what they call a cytokine storm, can happen, and that's what people are saying is responsible for a lot of the negative effects. The main thing you want to do right now, if you're well, is stay well. So you want to be doing anything you can do to help bolster your immune system and keep it healthy. Elderberry is great for that. Once you're ill, if you know it's COVID-19, because there's information out saying that, some conflicting information, stop the elderberry. This company, Lost Empire, is a great source. They're on Amazon. All their stuff is well vetted and sourced and tested, and not expensive. It's run by a couple of guys that are super obsessed with herbs, and you can get granules like that, powder, elderberry in powder form, like that. Okay, the other thing that I recommend is this liquid zinc assay from Premier Labs. Zinc is, you know, a major resource. You really need to be taking this right now, for sure. If you are not clear about what your current zinc levels are, if you haven't happened to do a bunch of diagnostic testing recently, this product is really great because it's liquid, and there's what they call a rapid zinc status analysis opportunity that's built into this product, because if your zinc is ostensibly lower, the zinc is not going to taste like much. But if your zinc levels are pretty topped up, it will taste awful. And I have experienced that using this product. So I think it's a great way to take the zinc. And you can do a little research on it.
That's a good point. I wanted to jump into, there are tests. I'll share a link. everlywell.com is accessible. You do not need a doctor to order labs for you. You can test for any micronutrient deficiencies that you may be experiencing. And you order the kit online, it's mailed to you, you mail it to the lab, you get emailed the results. As a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, I'm a primary care physician here in California, so I can order an extensive amount of labs that can be sent to your home, test kits, for you to get this kind of information, to actually get very specific about what supplementation you personally need for any vitamin, mineral deficiencies that you may have, food sensitivities, other things that are getting in the way, your gut microbiome as well. Now there's a bunch of tests that are available for us to see what's going on with you, where you might be compromised in your immune system. Since we have limited time today, I wanted to help Tiari wrap up, and then I wanted to introduce Stephanie too.
Awesome. So let's wrap up. I'm going to just rapid fire go through a couple of things. Quercetin, black cumin oil. We know the black cumin oil has tons of benefits. Glutathione force from Bulletproof, pretty inexpensive way to do that. You don't want to do that too long. NAC, there's more, you know, that's a lesser expensive one. This one's pretty reasonably priced as well from Life Extension. And then Mercola has this berberine micro PQQ. Again, we were talking about the berberine. That's a way to get it just, you know,
and
straight up.
For us, as we do these each week, we can share more information, and then anyone watching can contact myself or Tiari. Tiari's website is tiariwhite.com. I'll share links to these in the post of this video too, and we can help you figure out what would be the way for you to build your own personal pharmacy that's actually specific to your health and your needs.
Right.
And so,
then one last, I know Renee, I have to go, but I just have to say one last thing really quick is that look at whatever your underlying pre-existing issues are and deal with those. So, because one of the things we know is just having overall general health in place really helps you battle whatever it is. So if you have some pre-existing condition you haven't been dealing with, your blood pressure, diabetes, whatever it is, deal with that. Focus on what you can deal with, what your doctors may be available to help you with, things that you already know you can do to make yourself better. Don't ignore that.
Which is perfect to go to Stephanie, because if you have hypertension, if you have diabetes, exercise is the best thing you can do for that. And how can you make it fun? So as an incredible dance instructor for so many years, as a belly dancing instructor, as a Zumba instructor, and also too as a massage therapist, there is much we can do with acupressure to treat our own health conditions too. And so Stephanie, please share with us, what are some of your gems? What are you offering during this COVID-19 shutdown? I know you're doing your awesome dance classes. Tell everybody.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Stephanie Mostofsky-Kanan, co-owner of Oasis Palisades. And first of all, I just want to thank Andrea and thank Tiari and thank Terry and Claudia, who couldn't be here. Thank you that we became Oasis Palisades Retreat Collective and have been for almost 2 years now. We have been doing wellness events at Oasis Palisades and other places, and it really started off, I'm going to get emotional. It started off a couple of years ago when my dog Daisy got cancer, and I was very distraught, and I was in Malibu, and I went to the Malibu Country Mart, and I met Terry there. She was working at a place there, and I was looking at all these healing stones, and Terry came up to me and introduced herself, and she told me what she does with her crystal healing light bed and invited me to try it. And that's how the Wellness Wednesdays began, because I wanted to share what she was doing and how she helped me so much, how being on that bed and doing that guided meditation really just helped me so much. And she has been there for me the last 2 years, just like you, Andrea. I met you in the Palisades, and even before you took your license, and that was a while ago, and now you guys are acupuncturists, and you guys have been also doing wellness events with us for over a year now. It's so hard to believe that we've been together, and I am so extremely grateful. And Claudia, I met her through the Holistic Chamber of Commerce and knew that I wanted her to be on our team because she's such a sweet, amazing person, so knowledgeable, and has such great connections with people. She really is amazing. And so I am beyond grateful to be able to collaborate with you ladies. It really has been a dream of mine. I started off, actually, you guys probably don't even know, but right out of high school, I went to school to be a medical assistant. And the very first doctor I worked for, I feel like God has his hand on us, guiding us. The very first doctor I went to work for was a cardiologist, preventive medicine, and internal medicine. She was Dr. F. Pearl McBroom, and she was the very first African-American cardiologist, or even probably not medical doctor, but cardiologist. And she got tired of seeing all her clients dying of heart disease. So she turned to holistic medicine. So when I, at 19 years old, started working for her, I was exposed to acupuncturists. I was exposed to iridologists. I was exposed to the live cell analysis, where they take a prick of blood and put it under a microscope. I was exposed to homeopathy and electroacutherapy. I personally was running the front office and the back office and doing electroacutherapy I didn't even know what I was doing, but I learned. So starting at 19 years old, I started exposed to holistic medicine, and I worked for her 10 years full-time and 5 years part-time. And I quit when my daughter, now 21, and then I worked for a holistic chiropractor in the Palisades, and he's still there, Bruce Beto, Palisades Holistic Chiropractic. I worked for him for 18 years. And then my business partner, Tony, she says, hey, do you want to go open our own place? And so for 13 years, we've had Oasis Palisades. And I am so blessed and so honored to have you all there with me to help me to share, you know, health and sorry, I'm getting emotional, but it feels good to have a team of people. I can text you guys anytime and say, you know, my daughter's got this, what do we do? I got this, Terry, I need some help emotionally, you know, Tiari, I love Tiari's tool medicine of herbs and stuff. So yeah, I am a massage therapist. I've been doing massage for over 30 years because when I worked for that holistic doctor, her acupuncturist had an assistant who was a massage therapist. And so I started studying massage at 19, 20 years old, and I've been doing it ever since. And I'm so passionate about massage and especially acupressure. My massage, I call it AccuSage or whatever I call it, because or whatever I do, I just do. It's like everybody's different, but I love incorporating acupressure points. I actually got a special degree certificate in oncology massage, and there too they really use a lot of acupressure points, you know, these points here for calming. You know, with somebody who has cancer, you don't want to, you know, press too hard, but just even touching lightly on acupressure points, just holding points is so calming. The jaw point and these points here are just so calming for even people who are going through cancer. So I just want to shout out to you ladies, how each one of you individually, and Claudia, who's not here, have been such a role model, and just I'm so blessed and grateful for our future, and I'm excited for continuing our wellness retreat at Oasis and at Aldersgate and at Tiari's Love Retreat in Ojai, California. I am truly excited. I wanted to just share a couple of my massage favorite tools. So this is one of my favorite massage tools that I go to. This is the one my husband uses every day, every morning, and you can just put it around your neck, and just it's so good if you feel tight and tense, which of course right now everybody's a little on edge. So this is a great tool in my toolbox. This here is my favorite. So I can take this tool and I can go on my neck, I can use it on my head, I can use it on my lower back. I mean, this thing has been, and you can find all of these things on Amazon.
What is that S-shaped thing called, Stephanie?
You know what? I'm not even sure what it's called. It's pretty much just an S-shaped massage tool. You know, you can find it really easily on Amazon or Google, whatever. Two of my other favorite tools, an acupuncturist showed me this, Tony, and so I bought one for myself, and it's great. It's got little tool tips that you can use for specific acupressure points, and then it's very a thinner point here, and then these things here, they roll, and they're like got a little I don't have this other tool too that I'll share with you next time, but and then there's this little tool here. You know, one time I was in a event with a bunch of healers, and I asked one of them out of the blue, a gentleman who works directly or did work directly with Louise Hay. I asked him, what is one of the most important self-massage things we can do? And the man said, with your hands. And I'm not even exactly sure why. Or your fingers. He actually told me your fingers. To massaging your fingers every day is something that you can do, and it's really, really good for you. Maybe you ladies can know why that. So I just remember him telling me that one of the most important things you can do every day, besides praying and breathing, is massaging your fingers. Maybe because our brain is at the tip of the fingers. I'm not really even sure.
Yeah, your every meridian in your body goes through the hands. Same thing with your feet and also the ears.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm not specifically sure why he would say just your fingers.
Because you're talking to your nervous system, so you're sending a message.
Specifically, just I know about reflexology in the hands and feet and the ears, of course, but I'm not sure why he said fingers. Like, so important every day to massage your fingers.
Well, I think fingers are something we can readily do. We can't always, take our shoes off and just start massaging our feet wherever we are, but we can always do this. And it's proprioception is the term.
So
it's a map for our whole entire body. It's a whole system of acupuncture. We can treat the whole entire body with just the hand. So we can talk to the entire nervous system through the hand. It's great.
So another thing I started to do at 19 was I went and I saw an ad in the Marina Del Rey Argonaut for belly dancing. And at 19 years old, I went and I took my very first belly dance class. And for over 20 years, I'm still with the same dance company all these years, but for over 20 years, I danced with Angela and her dance company, doing shows and restaurants and weddings. And then I took a 10-year break because I was having some self-esteem issues. We had a manager, and I was told that I needed to lose weight. I'm like, oh my God, I quit. So then I quit belly dancing professionally, and that's when I started teaching. And then I quit performing in costume, but then I started teaching. And then I also got inspired with Latin dance. And so I started going to the gym, and I met some amazing teachers, and they inspired me to become a Zumba instructor. So I've been a Zumba instructor for about 7 years and a belly dancer for over 30 years. So I'm so excited. I teach at the YMCA. I taught it for 5 years in the Palisades, but now I teach in West LA, but they're closed, of course. So
you're doing your online class. It's on Saturdays at 11, right? Are you doing other classes besides the 11 a.m.?
Tomorrow, I'm doing my first Zumba for seniors. So tomorrow at 9:30 online, I am doing my first online Zumba for seniors called Zumba Gold. So I'm really excited. So Thursdays at 9:30, I'm going to be doing Zumba for seniors and for whoever wants to do low-packed fun. I hope you can maybe come and support me, Andrea, tomorrow. I don't know your schedule. And then on Saturdays at 11. And if anybody's interested, they can just private message me.
And I can share links in the post of this video for us to share too.
Great. I know I probably have used up my time. So next time I will share other things. This time where we can't go to our offices, we really have all learned to pivot and see what we can still do to support others and to stay in touch with our existing clients. I have a business coach, and he says the number one important thing that you can do for your business is to let your existing clients know how much you care. And so that's one of the things I've also been doing is I've been sending customized cards to all my clients and to family. And if anybody wants to know more about that, they can ask me. But last but not least, because this is very important, one of the things at Oasis Palisades that we are still doing is we are still making herbs for people's immune system. Tony has collaborated with people who know what's going on and what's working in China. And these herbs I take every other day, and they're customized with all of the most amazing things to support your immune system. And one of the things I know, because I forget what's all in it, is the mushrooms. And you know, Andrea, about whatever mushrooms might be in here. But so I take this every other day, and we do have them for sale at Oasis. These are the two things we're doing now at Oasis Palisades, is we're selling herbs for the immune system and customized herbs for herbal dermatology, which are eczema, psoriasis, acne. We've got those. And then also we have a whole line of herbs for pets that we actually manufacture at Oasis. We have 12 formulas called Chi Blends. So we can put the link in this as well. But dancing online and doing my massage videos and selling the herbs is what Oasis Palisades, myself personally, is doing right now. And I'm going to take it over to Terry, who is my heart, who got me inspired to go out of my comfort zone and do these wellness events. And thanks to her encouraging me, we are all now a team working together. Terry, go.
Thank you, Stephanie. That was so kind and so heartfelt. So yeah, I always remember that day that I met you. And as you know, I do love animals and children, so they are probably one of my number one things. But yeah, it's been wonderful to listen to you all and share different things. And basically, you know, I lived for 8 years myself in Asia, so I'm very, you know, familiar with the herbs and the acupuncture and the massages and everything that you're doing. And I just love the fact that we all get the time to bring all our different healing modalities together, and which makes it very strong and very powerful. What I found, there's not a lot of different things that I've been doing apart from learning the internet and how to use all these structural things. You know, it's going back to what some of the ladies said, that, you know, it really is your mind as well, and what you're doing with your mind, and the awareness of yourself and the awareness of your emotions. So I work with children, teenagers, and parents, adults, anyone really, and basically helping them with healing on an emotional level with their mind and with their emotions. And I have 2 children's mindfulness books, which I'm co-author of, called My Magical Garden and My Magical Tree, which are mindfulness, great tools to be using actually at the moment for parents, because again, it's going back in with all the herbs and it's based around nature. So my books are based around nature, and the parents can use them as mindfulness tools, and children can start building things in their minds. And then in the back of each book, as an appendix, it tells you where the child is emotionally within themselves. Because I've been doing a lot of online Zoom classes, free for a lot of my, where my son goes to karate and other different places online with about 40 children. And, you know, they are picking up a lot of emotions from their parents and what they're listening in the home. And I think it's very much aware that parents are very mindful of what they're allowing their children to hear and what they're discussing. And please don't put the news on while the child is in the room, because they will pick up a lot more fear and those emotions. And so I help them to work with that and through different healing modalities that I've customized. And one thing I like to do is really in the morning is to center myself. If you can get outside and have a walk, we can. We're lucky here. I know some countries can't. Some of my friends in Dubai, they can't go outside at all. You know, so we do go for a walk every day, me and my husband and my son, for an hour. And we look at the trees and we look at the nature and we look at the sky and we look at the birds and we're, you know, just really connecting to the beauty that's around us, to be mindful, to bring that emotion back, also to connect to everything that's out there. And I also do a journal every morning. So basically what I do is I like to, before I don't just I try not to jump out of bed if I'm up before my son. But I lie there to see, where am I at? Where are my emotions? Where is my mindset? And to be very, very aware of what I'm putting out, and trying to not control, but to just navigate myself and use the tools that I have. I know I'm lucky, I have a crystal healing bed, and I get to use that a lot, and it's a very powerful machine, and I do visit people and go to Stephanie's place with that. At the moment I can't. And I also do a lot of guided meditations, and every Friday I've been offering a free meditation online. You can go to Terry Allen on my Facebook page, and Andrea will be posting it also, and the ladies. It's a free Zoom meditation that everyone can get at 9 a.m. It's just for about 40-45 minutes, just for everyone to connect. And I do a guided meditation. I never know what's coming through, but it is taking us into the essence of nature, the mind going into that nature, because we are a part of nature, we come from nature. And that's why with the healing herbs and everything else gets back into our system and starts to heal and get us in harmony with the nature around us. So I'm doing that every Friday morning. So anyone can join who wants to join. You know, there's quite a lot of us now, which is really great, from around the world, which is great fun. And I have two websites. One's called Angels of Light, and the other one is called Holistic Healing for Children. So I offer two different things. I just basically try and I use a lot of affirmations, and I do a lot of guided meditations, and also I make sure I do guided chakra meditations, which if you go to my YouTube channel, there is some on there called Terry Allen. And so I'm recording as many as possible at the moment to put out onto the YouTube channel, and a lot of them now based around nature and energy, because a lot of people can't go outside, and it really does. When they see in their mind they're going into a magical place, which I'm going to take you into a guided meditation in a minute, you know, your people's response afterwards, children, teenagers, they go, oh, I'm so relaxed, because they're feeling the energy and the harmony of the nature. So, and I look forward every Wednesday to share our tips and different healing modalities. But I would love to now take us into a short meditation. And I'm just going to, hopefully you can hear a little bit of music. But if anybody would like to just get a place where you can either sit or lie down, just where you can just really relax. And just bring your mind to your breath. Your breath is very important. And to get a rhythm with that breath, as the sea goes in and out, this is how we get into the rhythm of the breath. If you watch the sea, it goes in and out as a rhythm. So breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, as you're bringing your mind and your awareness back to your body. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just get an even flow all the way down to the pit of your stomach. And as you're doing that, just really relax your shoulders, your jaw, your arms, and your legs, all the way down to your feet. And just fully relax. Allow that body to just let go and feel quite loose or heavy or light, whatever feels to you, but just let go and relax. As we're very grateful to be in each other's company and to share this energy. As we now go into our inner eye, our inner mind, and I want you to see yourself in a beautiful green field. the beautiful grass, the blue sky, the sun, the birds chirping in the trees, the flowers, and feeling that grass beneath your feet and the sun on your face. And you just relax and let go in this divine healing place. As you connect to the nature around you, in your beautiful garden, in your imagination. You see some butterflies, maybe some other animals in there, rabbits, it's spring. You just notice how peaceful and harmonious this garden or your nature place truly is. It just flows beautifully together. And keep with that breath as you look at all that nature coming alive in your imagination. And in this beautiful place, you're going to see a magnificent waterfall. And I want you to go forward and stand in that waterfall and allow that beautiful, crystal clear blue water just to pour all over you. Water is a very powerful healing tool. And allow it to pour from your head down to your toes, washing everything away, to reset your day. As you feel lighter and lighter in the waterfall, and you start to shine like a light bulb, as you feel the energy of each flow of water, which is full of life, full of clarity. And you just feel so free within that waterfall. And as you step out that waterfall, you instantly dry in the sunshine. You just take a moment to sit and relax in the garden, wherever your heart desires, whether it's under the trees, walking through the flowers, sitting on the grass, sitting by the water, or maybe you're somewhere else. Just taking the vibrant colours, the serenity, the peacefulness. Because in your mind, your inner self, that garden is a reflection of the inner you. So just really take a mindful moment to connect to the beauty around you. And just allow that peacefulness to come into your mind and into every cell of your body. And you just notice any worries or fears or anxieties have just lifted away. Because in your mind, you know that garden is a reflection of your inner being, your deep inner being, not the external, the internal. And you know that you can take your mind into this beautiful healing place throughout the day. Whenever you feel the need to reset your mind, to restore yourself, to connect to yourself. Just take a few moments in silence, just for you to listen. How am I feeling today? And what does my body need today? What do I need? Your body. It will tell you if you listen. And what can I do today to bring light forth out into the world? What gifts can I share? And you just feel really calm and grateful and peaceful within yourself. As you now have a place to go in your mind. A place where you can just restore and reset yourself. As you now take some nice deep cleansing breaths. As you bring your awareness back into your body and back into the room. Just take some nice inhalation breaths in and relax. And again, breathe in, hold a second. And relax. Just bring that awareness back to your hands and to your feet. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and just be ready to start your day or end your day whenever you want to use this exercise. But just know that the beauty inside of your mind is inside of yourself, and to connect with that. And how many times that you may require throughout the day. Thank you all for listening to the meditation, and please send any questions in. And thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Tiari. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for that, sharing that beautiful meditation. And thank you.
Thank you all. Be well. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you so much, Terry.
You're welcome, darlings.
Thank you.
See you
Thank you
later.
for
Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye, darlings.
See you next week.
Bye. Bye.